Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost and you're watching Provost Park Pass, and today on Provost Park Pass I'm going to show you 5 amazing secrets about Fantasyland that you don't know. Let's do this. Let's get the rules though. At the end of this video I want you to put down honestly how many of these 5 you actually knew. Now there's no point in lying. Sometimes you feel like you want to say I knew all 5. I'm not going to think any more of you or any less of you if you do 1, 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But at the end of the video, I'd kind of appreciate it if you guys would say how many of these secrets you actually knew. Let's do it. Fantasyland, top 5 secrets that you don't know, starting now. Okay, so the very first one, we're going to have to go over here to this little area. This is a fairy tale theater. Let me show you. There's the castle. It's absolutely beautiful. When we go that way, go into Tomorrowland. But if we turn right here, right to the immediate left, you're gonna see what's called Fairy Tale Theater. And if you don't have little ones, you might not go here very often. This is the Royal Theater where they have like little meet and greets with princesses and stuff. But a lot of times people skip this. But there's something really cool here, some really unique history. Originally when this opened, it was called the Carnation Plaza Garden. And it was open 13 months after Disneyland opened. And they had this little area here. It's kind of like this ballroom. And they instituted what was called date night, very successful. And people would come here, this little area behind me, and they'd have like a big band set up, they'd have dancing, and this lasted for a very long time. The Carnation Plaza Garden. Remember those letters, CPG. This was the Carnation Plaza Garden. It was a very fun, and eventually they rethemed it for the Royal Theater, but there's a remembrance of the Carnation Plaza Garden right here in this area. Let me show it to you. Now this whole area was completely rethemed. They have the Royal Hall where they meet the princesses, and this is the Royal Theater where they have the little stories for kids. It's awesome. But what I want you to focus on is this right here. If you look up, I want you to see this little shield and crest right there. You see it? CPG. That stands for Chris Provost Go Away. Just kidding. That's not true. It stands for Carnation Plaza Garden, and that is a little remembrance of the Carnation Plaza that was here. So the next time you're here in Fantasyland, this is the number 5 secret you didn't know about Fantasyland. The Carnation Plaza heraldry, the crest right up there is a little remembrance of what was once here. All right, now let's go on to number 4, go back into Fantasyland. All right, we're gonna walk inside and go right into Fantasyland. I'm gonna walk you right through the castle, right into the epicenter of Fantasyland. So fun to walk through here. I think this for children is one of the most magical lands. They love it. It's very popular and very crowded sometimes because so many families like to spend time here with the little ones because the little ones absolutely love it. But we need to head over to Pinocchio. This right here is Pinocchio Daring Adventure. Now, what's kind of funny about this attraction is the wait is never too long. It's never more than about 15 or 20 minutes, even on most crowded days. It's not really super popular here, but in Disneyland Paris, this is one of the most popular attractions they have. It's exactly the same as they have it here. It's the exact same story and layout, and in Disneyland Paris, they absolutely love it. Here, we like it, but we don't absolutely love it. But we need to talk about it because Disney's Pinocchio's Daring Journey made history. This was the very first dark ride. When they call it dark ride, that seems kind of goes inside. The very first dark ride that had a happy ending inside the ride. Did you know that? Every other ride they had, the happy ending wasn't in the inside. You get down to the ride, and as you got out of the car, there's like a little plaque or a little thing that says, and they lived happily ever after. Well, they included the happy ending there of this ride right in the attraction. So when you're riding it, you're gonna see the blue fairy, all that, the happiness while you're riding the ride. It was the first ever Disney attraction that had the happy ending inside the ride. What? Pinocchio, who knew?
I'm so happy.
For the number 3 cool fact about Fantasyland that you didn't know, we're gonna walk down here by Alice in Wonderland. Let's do this. I love the view. There's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Do you know technically that is the only ride in Disney? Everything else is called an attraction, but this one is actually called Wild Ride. So that's just for you, the diehard fans are like, there's no rides in Disney except for Mr. Toad's. Everything else is attraction. Just kind of fun. That's not the fact I'm talking about. We need to go down here to the Teacups. All right, so here we are at the Teacups. Such an amazing attraction. Now, if you look carefully, there are 8 different colors to the Teacups. That's not the trivia that most people don't know. A lot of people can count that. What most people don't know is the Teacups is a very popular attraction. No matter really, almost every Disney park around the world has the Teacups. But what makes this one different than every other park, this is the only Teacup attraction in the world that does not have a pavilion. You see, it's right underneath the nighttime sky. Every other park around the world, Disneyland Paris, Florida, all of them, the Teacups are always covered and have an awning or something covering them, except for California. So if you want to ride the Teacups in the night sky and see the stars, the only place you can do that is Disneyland. How amazing is that? Yep, no awning, just trees and sky above your head. And this is one of the most beautiful attractions at nighttime. The lights up, it looks beautiful. But did you know that? That was the number 3 thing, fact about most people don't know here at Disneyland. The Teacups, uncovered, only in Disneyland. Okay, so before we get to the number 2 best secret at Fantasyland that you don't know, I need to take a quick little moment and talk to you. And I am talking to you. And some of you might be thinking, well, he's obviously not talking to me. Well, if you think that, get that thought right in your mind. You see that? Sometimes we feel like life is winning. It's just swallowing us whole, and it's gonna chew us up and spit us out, and we get a little depressed, and we get a little sad, and we have bad days. Every one of us will have a bad day. Did you know that? That's not exclusive to you. Everybody has bad days. I want you to know that it's going to get better. If you are struggling right now with a health issue, or maybe a mental issue, or maybe with a job, or maybe your family or friends, or something along those lines, maybe you're struggling with just something like that, and even though I didn't mention it, it does get better. I want you to know that. Do not give up. Don't give up. The world is better because you are here, and I am talking to you. I think you are absolutely amazing. I just want you to know that. All right, let's continue on with these facts here at Fantasyland. Do you know what Fantasyland has more than any other land? Clocks. Clocks. Did you know that? And the reason is there's more clocks here in Fantasyland than anywhere else because fairy tales are almost always based off time, running out of time, having a curfew, something like this. So if you look around, you're going to see a whole bunch of clocks here in Fantasyland. We had to find them all. There's clocks. There's on It's a Small World, the castle, Bibi Boo Shop, the Pinocchio, Peter Pan. There's clocks everywhere because clocks have so much to do with fairy tales. Always running out of time, growing up. So let's look at all the clocks. All right, so there's the castle. If you look very carefully, you can see right there is the first clock right there. That clock doesn't work, it's just set for fun. Then you turn right over here, you're gonna see the second clock right up there. Then you turn over here in Peter Pan, you're gonna see this clock right over here. And there's another clock right there on It's a Small World. This land has more clocks than any other land because so many things are based off of time. Did you know that one? By the way, I one time 8 o'clock, yeah, I went back 4 seconds. That was very time consuming. So, wait a minute. Did you hit that like button? You did? Okay, well let's continue on the video then. There's Amanda and Miles writing back. Hey!
Hi, Dad.
Hi guys! So Amanda and Miles just got off Casey Jr.'s train, and she asked me, she's like, is one of those 5 secrets you're doing about Casey Jr.'s train? I'm like, no. And she goes, you have to. So you guys get a bonus secret with Amanda. All right, Amanda, tell me this bonus secret.
Well, I was shocked to hear that you were not doing Casey Jr. because it is my second favorite attraction here at Fantasyland, and it's really awesome because it's one of the only attractions here at Disneyland that hasn't had any major rethemes or a lot of changes. And so when you ride Casey Jr.'s, it's just like Walt wrote it. So that's very special, very sweet, and it's a darling ride. You just have to be happy when you're riding it because it's like Casey Jr. going down the track, going down the track. Casey Jr.'s back. Time for lemonade and Cracker Jacks. It just makes you so happy.
Bonus secret. That's right, Casey Jr.'s. It has had no major retheming. It's exactly as it was in opening day. It's exactly as it is now. Just like Walt imagined it. Just like Walt intended it to be. All right, Now, for reals, let's get on to the number one secret about Fantasyland that you do not know. So, here, before we get to the number one secret you didn't know about Fantasyland, let's talk about it. If you want to come down here to Disneyland and have an amazing vacation with your family, your friends, or even like a solo vacation, the best thing to do, the best way to plan it, is to click the link down below. You're gonna get the best prices on your hotels and also on your tickets when you come down to Disneyland. I mean, literally, even if you buy your tickets straight from Disneyland, you're gonna pay more money than if you click on the link down below. You can get the very best prices. Or you can call us number 1-855-GETAWAY. It's 1-855-GETAWAY. Tell them when they answer, say, hey, Provost Park Pass sent me, and you're gonna get that discount and get the very best prices when you come down here to Disneyland. This place is amazing and fun. It's what we do. Every time we come down here, we gotta book our hotel and get tickets and all that stuff. And we use Getaway today, and that's why we tell you guys to use them too, because it's just get the best prices. Stretch your dollars. All right, now let's go on to the number one deep secret you don't know about Fantasyland. Let's do this. Okay, for the number one secret you do not know about Fantasyland, you got to come right out here. We're back to almost where we started. There's the Royal Theater right there, and then right over here, you got the Disneyland Castle. This is a really deep secret. Very few people know this. By the way, who is my favorite Disney princess? Well, the one that tells the most jokes. That's got to be Rapunzel. Woo! Now that joke sets up this next secret. You know who Rapunzel's main companion is, right? Pascal. Pascal, the little lizard that sits on her shoulders. Well, there's a hidden Pascal here, guys, and very few people know this. Let me show it to you. There's Amanda and Miles eating a churro, just kind of relaxing. You see right off to the right is the castle, but if you look to the left, that's where they have like the meet and greet. And you see this nice little kind of lagoon area. What you want to look is right there. You want to look at that fence line and see where that fence is. You see where the rust comes down, right there, the rust. Well, what you want to do is you want that rust there. That's kind of telling you where to look. If you look under, and I'm going to get it down a little bit lower. Let me get it over here. If you look under that rust, what do you see? You see Pascal hanging right there. See the tail and the lizard tail and his little claws right there. There's Pascal hiding and blending into the rock. Very hard to see. Right there. What is Pascal a gecko? A lizard? I don't remember. I think his eyes move both directions. Is that a gecko? I'm not sure. But yep, right there underneath that, you can find the hidden Pascal. If you did, here's what you want to do. Share this with everybody you know who's a friend of Rapunzel, because very few people know this. Very few people know this. So guys, that's kind of cool.
Hi guys, Amanda here. We would love to get to know you better. Our Patreon community is amazing. It is so positive, and that goes a long way to help our channel. It's only $3 a month, that's it. And we get to know you guys better, and you get to ask us questions about Disneyland travel, whatever it is. It's really just the most awesome way for us to be able to connect, and you're able to support us so we can continue to bring you more videos. Click the link below or just visit patreon.com/ProvostParkPass.
Secrets of Fantasyland. Woo! I showed you some secrets. 5 secrets to be exact. And they were all in Fantasyland. Ba 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 ba. Sometimes my head's just in a fantasy cloud.